We've just gotten started here, and already these guys have been handed a really difficult decision to make. Boy, you talk about a talented player. This guy's one of the best around. Oh, no need to worry about this guy. Just plug him right into the starting role, and he'll be a massive upgrade. Yeah, I think they got the best player there, and they got a guy that fills that voice. Some tough choices coming up right about now. Do you go after the best available player, or do you go after a position of need? One thing's for sure in this round, you're going to walk away with a great player no matter which way you go. Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches, or someone who can really help you out at the playmaking type spot? Three choices here, all of them impact players. Maybe not a huge upgrade over what they had already, but they're certainly building up some depth there. And I think that pick comes to the surprise of no one. You had to figure they lean that way if a player from that team became available. 149er has already been taken. Might we see his teammate here join him? Still a few holes on this roster, and not a lot of time left to do anything about it. Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available. And now, which side of the football will they address here? Some interesting options either way. These are tough decisions here, offense or defense. Which side has the more pressing need?
It's in my bones, it's in my soul. You're never gonna take that from me. No, I'm gonna be who I wanna be. Oh, say what you wanna say. I'll do it my way. I'm swimming in a sea of dreams all day. Nobody's gonna hold me underneath. You don't gotta believe in me. I know who I wanna be. You don't gotta believe in me. Gotta believe in me. Gotta believe in me. Gotta believe in me. You don't gotta believe in me. Gotta believe in me. Gotta believe in me. Gotta believe in me. Money to give up. Oh no, I will not fall down. Money to give up. No, I'm never coming back. You don't gotta believe in me. I know who I wanna be. You don't gotta believe in me. Gotta believe in me. Gotta believe in me. Gotta believe in me. You don't gotta believe in me. Gotta believe in me. Gotta believe in me. Gotta believe in me. Money to give up. I will not fall down. Money to give
Thank you, Larry. So the picks are in. We welcome you to this Draft Champions contest. I'm Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, ready to call the action. And let's get to it. Down to the field. It's time for kickoff. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. On the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They go back to the ground with Smith. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
They do go for it. It's Carr. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on third down and 9. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. And that'll bring up fourth down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And it appears they'll go for it here on fourth down. A big call on the game's opening drive. Play clock winding down. Carr to throw for it on fourth down. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. A gutsy call by Jack Del Rio, but it does not pay off. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Here's Palmer to throw. Caught right side, Tate. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Caught left side, it's Beckham. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Palmer on first down. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession. On second down, Palmer. This will be caught at about the 3. And he's brought down. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise.
Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Jared Cook. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have taken the lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 32 that time. And now a first down following that long gain.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Again, it's Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for the Raiders. 32 yards.
Not the tallest receiver on the field, but he just shouted to admit that the little guy can't go downfield and make a big-time catch on a deep pass because sometimes they'll just out-scrap you for the football.
To throw, it's Carr. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And time for us to take a break here in the booth. We'll come back to Miami after this. Now, Carr again. This will be caught just inside the 10. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On the carry, here's Smith. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The New York set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They get 25 yards out of that one. And that leads to a New York first down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. From midfield now, here's Palmer. And that is incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
2nd down now after the incompletion. 2nd and 10. It's Palmer again. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. It's a gain of 7, and just like that, it's 3rd down. And quickly, they get to the line. Palmer now.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Palmer. And he finds Cook. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Dumps it off to Forsett. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be a 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. They come up in an offset eye. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's going to air one out. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Eluding the pressure right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now Carr. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 18 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for an Oakland 1st down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Carr. This is Cobb with a catch right side. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now, Carr again. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. 3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. The final shot here before half for Carr. He'll rifle this one deep. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lardarius Webb. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And the Jets have got it. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about. It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Throwing now, Palmer on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
This will be caught just inside the 10. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Dancing to his left. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And that'll make it second and goal. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Odell Beckham, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now Carr throwing on second down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. And the offense in that middle ground here on third down. 5 yards to go. Here's Carr to throw. And that is incomplete.
Now let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offensive guys always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Carr now on first down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
Put away your inhibitions. Let the beast in you just get loose. We all young, wild, and different. We can all get from a little. I know you're terrified.